UFC 237 goes down this weekend in Brazil. It's headlined by Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade for the title. And we're going to start right at the top. We're not going to go too long on this card, but it is a decent card. And it is in Brazil, so you have some Brazilian legends on it. So I'll throw it to you now, Noel, first. Rose Namajunas, Jessica Andrade, initial thoughts on this fight and how it's going to go.
It's a long time since we've seen Rose Namajunas. It's over a year since we've seen her. The last time she fought, she beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk, defended the belt for the first time. A lot of people thought the first win was fluke. Thought Joanna maybe overlooked her. Second fight, she just nailed the hammer home to say, nah, there's a new queen in town. But I think, as again, I know it's a thing you always say, styles makes fights, yada, yada, yada. But I just think that Jessica Andrade is just an absolute monster. You've seen it in her last few performances, how she beat the likes of Carolina, absolutely tore through her big unanimous decisions over Tisha Torres and Cladea. For me, I just see Andrade bullying Rose here. It's the style of fight that I think Rose is going to suffer against. Now, that's not to say in that year that we haven't seen her being competitive, that she isn't working on her game, her all-round game. But I just think there's only one winner here, and it's Jessica Andrade. I just think she's going to be too strong, too powerful, too much pressure, not allowing Rose time. And I think she's going to bloody Rose Namajunas up, and I think it's going to be a bloody beatdown.
Well, Sean, do you agree?
I just had a quick look on Tapology there, and the fans' predictions are 56% for Andrade and 44 for Rose. So not quite as clear cut as Noel makes it out to be.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Rose, but I think as well last year I picked Rose to still be champion in this division by the end of the year. But I don't know. I'd struggle to pick her in the fight, but yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? I think it's a really good fight. But I tend to agree with you, Noel, that I think it's a very bad matchup for Rose Namajunas. Yeah. Not that she can't win it, because she has proven that she is an excellent fighter, but in the past, Andrade has only been beat by real craft, like real experience and craft. And I'm not saying Rose doesn't have that, but we have to remember that Rose still is pretty early in her career. Like, she's been around for a while, but you know, I think she still has a lot to learn in terms of dealing with this type of style. And we haven't really seen her deal with this type of style. I think Carolina is the closest to it, and even then, it's not even that close. You know, Carolina is a good come forward striker, but she doesn't really have the tenacity that Andrade has. But Andrade as well sometimes can get stuck in that kind of moving forward, trying to land shots, and can get countered. We've seen it against Joanna. Joanna done a good job beating her off the back foot, and Rose can play that game, but I just don't know if she's going to be able to do it here. Also, you do need to take into account how long Rose has been out and why she was out. She obviously had some kind of issues mentally, and we know she's a very emotional fighter, and she fights with emotion. And she kind of wears her emotions on her sleeve. So it'd be interesting to see now, coming into Brazil, into enemy territory. She's going to be booed. They're going to be shouting, you know, "You're going to die" in Brazilian. How is she going to deal with that?
It's actually,
did I say Brazilian?
Portuguese.
In Portuguese. I should have known that. You're married to a Portuguese woman. In Portuguese. So yeah, I think it's a tough ask for Rose here. I really do.
Like, I agree with you. Like, the whole thing is that she was still shook from the madness that went on at UFC 223.
Yeah.
We'll just refer to it as the bus incident. But yeah, like I think like Rose, what she does have in her corner is Trevor Whitman, one of the best coaches in the game.
Yeah.
So he'll have to be tactical in the decision here. But again, like I think Rose showed in the two fights against Joanna that she is high level. You know what I mean? Absolutely. She has wins over Tisha Torres, over Michelle Watterson as well. So, you know, the whole MMA match that we share a line, like Carolina Cuevas, she has a loss to Carolina, while Andrade absolutely decimated Carolina. So we know MMA match doesn't work, but I just think this is a different style fight, and I just think it's going to be the pressure that's going to be telling. And as you said, Rob, I genuinely believe I've got to give credit to Rose for going to Brazil as her first fight. It's not an easy option for the defense. But her first fight after going through the trauma that she's openly spoke about of the bus incident, to then go down to Brazil and face that noise is just insane. So yeah, best of luck.
What's your thoughts? What's your pick, Sean?
I'm gonna go Rose just because I'm gonna stick with what I made in the India predictions. But yeah, I'm not confident in that at all.
Yeah, I'm going with Andrade as well because I just think it's a tough ask, but I wouldn't be hugely surprised because if you go back and you look at Rose's career and look at, fight on fight, she has made huge improvements. And how many times have we seen this type of fight where you have somebody who you feel like the aggressive fighter is going to win and then just gets pieced up by footwork and better striking, and that could happen. But I just don't see it here. I think this is Andrade's fight to lose.
Yeah, I agree. I go Andrade stoppage third round.
Very nice. In the co-main event, you have Jared Cannonier fighting the legend Anderson Silva. Weird fight in a way. It's weird seeing Anderson Silva just fight, lower level guys or perceived lower level guys. So, Noel, what's your thoughts on the fight itself? And I guess how do you think it's going to go?
I tell you, like this is a tough one because you've obviously Carneiro coming down from 205 as well. It's not at 205 this one, is it? Anderson's not going up, is he?
No.
No, it is middle. Yeah. Again, it's a weird fight, but I think it actually has the intensity to be a fun fight. Carneiro coming off a great win over David Branch. That was back in October, November, December, somewhere around then. So yeah, he's had the losses. Then he lost to Dominic Reyes and Glover in the past. Yeah. So he's against bigger guys. Look, it's Anderson. It's going to be fun. Like I honestly think Anderson, a little bit of it might have went down to the respect that Israel Adesanya showed him, but I thought like he had his moments in that fight too.
Yeah, look good.
For me, I'd love to see Anderson get the win in Brazil. Sentimental value. I'd like to see Anderson get the win. But I just think Jared Cannonier, he's the guy that could come in and just absolutely ruin the party. He has huge power. And if he catches Anderson Silva, he could finish him. But it depends. Like Anderson has this sort of mystique that when a fighter stands in front of him, and you see him with Israel, when a fighter stands in front of him, they just, oh my God, I'm fighting Anderson Silva.
They freeze a little, yeah.
So it's like, what can happen there? And that's where Anderson can beat him. I think I almost watching Anderson Silva now, and I don't mean this disrespectfully. I mean it like respectfully, with the utmost respect. I think when you're watching Anderson Silva now, it's almost like watching the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
You're almost watching a guy who just loves to fight. He's not fighting to win titles anymore. He's fighting because he loves it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he starts calling Carneiro in against the cage and starts doing all the Anderson stuff. But I don't know. I want Anderson to win. Just for sentimental values, I want Anderson to win.
What's your pick?
Cannonier.
Cannonier.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna pick Cannonier.
Yeah. Sean.
It's a poor fight for a co-main event of a pay-per-view card.
We just had Elias Theodoro and Derek Brunson, for God's sake.
Yeah, a fight night card is the only thing. Yeah, I think it's a nice enough matchup for Anderson. I'm just getting the odds up here at the minute. No odds on Tapology, great stuff.
Lovely.
But I think it's a nice enough matchup for Anderson. If you look at Ray, he hasn't fought a lot. He's been in the UFC since 2015.
Yeah.
Hasn't fought a massive amount in those years. In fairness, he had some losses to some good guys at light heavy. But I'm not, 20 pounds is a lot to drop. I'm not sure how that'll affect him. I'm going to go Anderson.
Yeah, his last fight was at middleweight and he looked pretty good. He looked like a different guy. Actually physically looked like a different guy. I didn't even know it was him. But I think Anderson should win this fight. I do. I think he should win it. But the only thing is Anderson is getting old, and Cannonier is 35 himself. But
a young man.
Yeah, Anderson Silva is getting old, and his style just doesn't seem to be a style that should age gracefully, meaning that he uses a lot of reactions and countering, and eventually you get caught. And we've seen him get caught. Chris Weidman caught him. Michael Bisping caught him a couple of times. And we've seen him being caught in multiple fights as well. So if he stands right in front of Cannonier and Cannonier is thrown in combinations, he might catch him. You know, it might happen. But I feel like Anderson should win this fight. I feel like he should win this fight. He has better striking. If he fights smart, he should win this fight. I'm going to pick Anderson to win by decision. Yeah, by decision.
44 now, Anderson.
44.
Insane.
Do we have any odds on that at all, Sean? Can we find any, no?
I couldn't find that, no.
Okay.
Does any of them sell any leather belts? Or?
No, unfortunately not. I get the fans' predictions on Tapology is what I do.
Anderson, I think is the face of Viagra now, right?
Face of Viagra, yeah.
62% of people on Tapology have picked Anderson and 38 Cannonier.
I think that's nostalgia.
This could be the co-main event. If you're complaining about the co-main event, this probably could have been it. Jose Aldo fights Alexander Volkanovski.
This is a cracking fight.
I think this was lined up to be the co-main event, but wasn't this the one where Aldo said he didn't want to fight a 5-round fight? It was not for a title.
So this is supposed to be the main event?
Co-main.
Well, co-main wouldn't be.
Co-main wouldn't be 5, so strange.
No.
I do remember that though. Aldo did say he didn't want to fight 5 rounds. Maybe they had this lined up as a main event on a fight night, and then he moved it here and slotted in. That makes a lot of sense. But man, this is a great fight.
This is an insane fight, and it's more so by the rejuvenation of Jose Aldo as well.
Yes.
Like he's coming off the 2 losses to Max Holloway that were really tough losses, and everyone was sort of saying, you know, is Jose Aldo done? Has he done everything he has done in the game? And then he comes out and absolutely put on a clinic against Jeremy Stevenson and Moicano, coming up against Alexander Volkanovski. Though this is an insane fight. Volkanovski is on a 16-fight win streak. 16-fight win streak. Yeah. Like, that's crazy to hear in MMA. 19 wins, 11 of them by TKO, 3 submissions, only gone to decision 5 times. This is an incredible fight, and this really shows if Alexander Volkanovski, this determines, like, for the title, if you look at the division, if Volkanovski wins this, he's fighting Max Holloway for 145 belt. If Jose wins, do they do that match again? You know, the hat-trick, is it going to be any different results? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't see it being different. But Jose Aldo in Brazil, with the momentum that he has now, is going to be a very difficult fighter to beat. But for me, I just think Volkanovski has the tools to do it. I really do. I think this is going to be an insane fight. It's going to be an absolute back and forth war. And I think he'll happily stand and trade with Aldo. Aldo to win needs to go back to what he does, working them leg kicks, leading on them leg kicks again. Going back, he has such no tell and the power he possesses, and he'll take away that lead leg from Volkanovski and then start working the body and go with the hands. For me, he's just rejuvenated Jose Aldo. This is a fun fight. I'm saying Volkanovski, but for me, it's a coin flip. This is going to be fight of the night, and the potential sounds hyped. This could be fight of the year, but it genuinely could be. This is an incredible matchup, and this is going to be a real put the flagpole down and say featherweight division is one of the best divisions in mixed martial arts.
I'm wondering how this has been voted on Tapology. I don't know if you can get that, Sean. Yeah. But while you do, this is an incredible fight, and I find this very, very difficult to pick. And I have a feeling that maybe people would be going for Jose Aldo in those picks, but it's very, very close, I'd imagine, or at least close enough. Do you have it?
I have it there in front of me. Yeah, 64 Jose, 36 Volkanovski.
Okay.
They're not reflected whatsoever in the actual betting odds. It's basically a 50-50 fight in the betting odds. Yeah.
That makes sense. Is that makes sense.
Stunning fight.
Yeah.
Like when you look at what Volkanovski done to Chad Mendes, like he made Chad Mendes retire for fuck's sake. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's the beating he put on him.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go Jose Aldo. I just think that Volkanovski does excellent when he gets takedowns, when he gets on top, when he mixes in his striking. And I just think Jose Aldo has shown over the years that his takedown defense hasn't got worse. It's only got better over the years, and it's always been excellent. I think it's going to stay on the feet. I think they're going to trade. And I think that Jose Aldo is going to be able to land enough to win the fight. I'm not confident on it, though, at all. Is Jose Aldo the favourite, did you say?
Yeah, slight
favourite. Yeah. What's your thoughts on it, Sean?
I'm going to take Jose as well, just in Brazil, hometown favourite. Yeah, I think we're in for a cracker here, though. I think we're in for a war.
Yeah, and Alexander's going to be going in here with sky high confidence as well on that huge win streak.
That must be one of the longest win streaks in MMA at present.
It must be,
if not the longest.
In the UFC, it's got to
be.
Habib, yeah. He said one of, though, to be fair. Thiago Alves returns against Lorenzo Strapoli. Thoughts now? Thiago Alves is back.
I absolutely love Thiago, but he hasn't. He's in a fighting out of American top team now. He done a lot and helped Dustin Poirier in the lead up to his last fight. If you watch The Embedded, you will have seen Diego feature a lot holding the pads, being a sparring partner. Obviously, he came off his last win against Max Griffin back in, was that last year or was it the start of the year? I think it was this year. Apology for loads. It was in February.
Yeah.
But apart from that, like, he had losses over Curtis Millender and Alexei Chunchenko. So he's at that stage in his career, 35 years of age, win, loss. You know what I mean? He's at that sort of. So he's not the same fighter he was. He tends to start well. If the fight's not going his way, he finds it difficult to turn the corner and get the momentum. If Staropoli allows him to, similar to in a sense what I was saying with Cowboy, if Staropoli allows Thiago to set that Muay Thai style and lead the dance, that's where he could get the victory here. Actually have my silly tattoo talk. That dragon tattoo is because of Thiago Alves. I love his dragon tattoo. So I was like, yeah, getting a dragon. Bitches love dragons. I just think, obviously, I don't know a huge amount about Staropoli. I'm not going to lie and say, I know this guy inside out. I don't know a lot about him. He's 26. He's on a 6-fight win streak. Clearly, Thiago Alves has fought the better fighters, but it's about the trajectory of where they are in their career. Again, in Brazil, I'm going to go with Thiago Alves, fighting out of American top team in a training camp with Dustin Poirier in a title training camp. I think that's going to be nothing but helpful to him in this fight. But he doesn't seem to take shots like he used to. And that's not disrespectful. He just doesn't seem to be able to take the shot, to land the shot the way he used to do and the way he used to push forward. But I'll go with Thiago just for sentimental values on this one because, again, as I said, I don't know too much about his opponent.
Yeah, I'm with you there as well. I think I'm going to take Alves. I thought his last performance against Max Griffin was quite good. He surprised me a little bit in that one. So I still think he has a lot of skills, and I think this is going to be a striking match. And I fancy Alves again in a striking match against most, not all, but most. So I like him here. I'll be interested to know what the odds are, if there's any, and what the fans are picking, because I'd imagine the fans would be going really with Alves because the other guy's an unknown.
Yeah, 72-28.
Yeah.
No betting odds either.
No betting odds, yeah.
Huge favourite for the fans.
Yeah, I'd wonder what the betting odds are going to look like. Probably similar enough, but again,
it's the unknown. It's
exactly.
It's like what we said. Like, I don't know much about your man. He could be an absolute killer. Do you know what I mean? He could be phenomenal.
It's a big step up.
Yeah.
It is a step up. But the point for me is the arc is that he could be on his ascendancy while
exactly.
Alves has peaked. He's had his title shot. It didn't go his way. Like, he's had one UFC fight and he won it by unanimous decision. So that's all we can really know about him.
Yeah. The last, I guess you can probably say, all the 3 fights apart from the main event is a similar kind of situation. Like, Cannonier is kind of older, but he's still, trying to get to certain heights. Volkanovski is trying to get to certain heights, and now this Stropoli guy is trying to get to new heights as well. So
yeah, but when you look at Stropoli, the only point of note really is he's only fought twice in 2 years.
Yeah, so we'll see. The opener of the main card is Francisco Trinaldo against Diego Ferreira. I like this fight. I think this is a fun fight. What's your thoughts on it now?
Do you know what? I'm actually still surprised. I didn't realise Trinaldo was still competing. I'll be honest with you. Like, he's always been around, hasn't he?
It's like a bad rash.
Yeah, he stands out for his win for me over Norman Park that time. And like, when you look at him, like, he has wins over the likes of Paul Felder, Jim Miller, Yancy Medeiros.
He's upset a lot of guys, yeah.
Yeah, like, he's that sort of fugly fighter, isn't he? He's difficult to beat. He's an unorthodox style. He's hard to read.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and that sounds disrespectful by saying, I didn't know he was still competing. But I fucking didn't. Well, Ferreira, he's on a good win streak.
Yeah.
I think he's the better fighter out of the two. So I'll just go with Ferreira, considering the win streak he's on. Currently, I think he's on a 5 or 6 win streak. Could be wrong on that. I just Francesco Trinaldo's the type of guy that he wins, and when he does, it's finds the way.
Exactly, yeah. I mean? Like, he's a good striker, and he finds the way to keep on the feet and land the better shots. And he's long, he's big for the weight class, so I can see that giving Ferreira problems. But even though Ferreira doesn't have great takedowns, He has excellent submission, so if he can find a way to get to the floor, I think he might be able to submit him, or at least be able to make it a little bit dirty. But Trinaldo, he's a hard guy to get it to bet against, especially against guys who aren't great, or at least haven't proven to be at a great level just yet. So it's a weird one. I'd be interested to know where people are going with this one. But what's your thoughts on it as well, Sean?
So 79% of people have picked Ferreira, 21 for Trinaldo. Yeah, a tough fight to pick. Like you said, Trinaldo does well against guys that aren't that good, and you just make it a ducky fight. I'll probably go Ferreira as well, just for the form.
Yeah, sweet. I'm gonna go with Ferreira. So that's it. Is there anything else on the prelims that you want to call out?
Yeah, crazy. Nogueira is fighting.
Yeah,
Clay Guida and BJ Penn.
Nice. Oh, fuck, BJ Penn's on the card.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
Against Clay Guida.
Jeez. Okay.
Welcome to the naughties, huh?
Yeah. Fuck.
This is a 2004 fight if I ever seen one. 91% have picked Clay Guida.
Jeez. Yeah, I'd well believe it, and they're probably right.
So apparently, if you press this button somewhere here, it subscribes and you get all the notifications for the show. So hit that button there.
You have to click the bell though to get the notifications down the bottom.
Make sure you hit that, and they get the ringer things because Rob didn't know. So it's the button there or there.
It's somewhere roughly around that area.